Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today we conclude our series building budget decks around the reprinted legends from Innistrad Remastered. On the agenda for today is a $50 deck led by Grimgrin Corpseborn. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Grimgrin Corpseborn is a 5-mana 5/5 legendary zombie warrior who enters tapped and doesn't untap during our untap step. We may sacrifice another creature to untap Grimgrin and put a +1/+1 counter on it. When he attacks, we destroy target creature defending player controls, then put a +1/+1 counter on Grimgrin Corpseborn. So the line I want to focus on is the ability to sacrifice creatures without restriction, which means this deck should be an Aristocrats deck. Longtime viewers will know that an Aristocrats deck is a mid-range engine requiring 3 moving parts: creatures to sacrifice outlets, and payoffs for sacrificing creatures. I wanted to keep this Aristocrats deck mostly zombie-themed, but we will have some non-zombie cards in the deck. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. I know I'm sponsored, so you may not believe me, but Ultimate Guard katanas are the best sleeves on the planet. They have gorgeous colors like these white ones, are durable and long-lasting, and an absolute joy to shuffle. Let Ultimate Guard protect your cards with katanas. Pick yours up today at your local game store or order them on Amazon. Link down below. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm currently streaming with my son over on Musings by Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. For lands, we're running Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Drowned Catacomb, Ice Tunnel, Contaminated Aquifer, Sunken Hollow, Tainted Isle, Choked Estuary, Temple of Deceit, Dimir Aqueduct, Bajuka Bog, Rogue's Passage, Myriad Landscape, Evolving Wilds, Terramorphic Expanse, 7 Islands, and 14 Swamps, keeping things nice and simple for our budget mana base. Our mana ramp package consists of Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Dominance, Dimir Signet, Sky Diamond, Charcoal Diamond, Mind Stone, Heraldic Banner, Felwar Stone, Pitiless Plunderer, Solemn Simulacrum, Burnished Heart, and Wayfarer's Bauble. Some mana rocks, some land ramp, and a thematic payoff, as it should be. For card advantage, we've got Undead Augur, Havengold Lich, Village Rites, Zombie Apocalypse, Corrupted Conviction, Kel's Fight Fixer, Inga Runize, Deadly Dispute, Frantic Search, Phyrexian Arena, and Dread Return. A good mix of card draw and graveyard recursion, which is important in an Aristocrats deck. Our interaction and spot removal consist of Withering Torment, Feed the Swarm, Fleshbag Marauder, Overcharged Amalgam, Murderous Rider, Ravenous Rotbelly, Flip the Switch, Siphon Flesh, Negate, Counterspell, Tragic Slip, and Commit Memory. A good mix of spot removal and counterspells with some on-theme flavor to boot. For board wipes, we've got Crippling Fear, Aetherize, and Washout. Gotta take care of those green creatures somehow. Our sacrifice outlets, in addition to our commander, consist of Carrion Feeder and Viscera Seer. For payoffs, we've got Zulaport Cutthroat, Diregraph Captain, Falconwrath Noble, Blood Artist, Bastion of Remembrance, Vengeful Dead, Vela the Nightclad, and Mirkwood Bats. Finally, the core of our deck consists of Headless Rider, Open the Graves, Reefworm, Overseer of the Damned, Discordant Piper, Shambling Ghast, Ghoulcaller Gisa, Army of the Damned, Liliana's Mastery, Dreadhorde Invasion, Endless Ranks of the Dead, Liliana Death's Majesty, Cemetery Reaper, and Rise of the Dreadmarn. Lots of ways to create a ton of zombie tokens. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 49 mana sources split between 36 lands and 13 pieces of rain. A little light, but our curve is fairly low, so it's fine. 11 pieces of card advantage, 12 pieces of interaction, 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Commit Memory and Bojuka Bog, 1 sudden I win card in Rogue's Passage. Wait, Danon, how can Rogue's Passage win us the game? Remember, dear viewer, our commander gets bigger every time we use it to sacrifice a creature. So all we need to do is sacrifice 16 creatures, and then use Rogue's Passage to kill someone. But that's not the primary focus of our deck. Instead, what we want to do is build a massive army of zombies and sacrifice them, triggering our Aristocrats and draining our opponents. I have used this backup strategy in my Krav and Regna deck though. Cute Stuff doesn't like it when Crab is a 21/21 and unblockable. Now, Aristocrats is not a fast strategy. That is the weakness of this archetype. But we are resilient and can play the long game. So if your playgroup runs fast decks, consider adding Stax effects or even Grave Pact effects to keep them in line. Obviously, Grave Pact and Dictate of Erebos are a bit too expensive to include in a $50 budget list, but the nice thing about Commander is that all decks have room for upgrades and tuning. Do you have a Grimgrin Corpseborn deck? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alex, Borgi, Nazwan, Konga, Aaron, Chris, Robert, William, Pi, Kazaris, Booksu, Patrick, Naffy, Noodle, Tiz, Art, Richard, Devin, Lucius, Sint, and Boomy. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.